Hey all, J-Man here. I just wanted to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place to get a lot of cool superhero shirts and other merchandise. You can scroll, they've always got sales on. As you can see, they've got these really cool print all over shirts, which I really love. That's Eddie, the founder of the site. And if you're looking for stuff, all you got to do is you click on the search here and you can type in all over. And that's going to show you the all over prints, which are really, really cool. Look at that. You got Legion of Superheroes, you got Brave and the Bold, you got JSA, you got Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all kinds of stuff. So check out beardedshirts.com. Hey everybody, J-Man here. We are live. This is our first Dazzler uh, stream. Could be the last. It could go on. Depends on you guys. Let us know what you think about Dazzler. Of course, I am wearing my Dazzler shirt from beardedshirts.com. So I want to thank Eddie for sending me this. I've got the first appearance shirt as well. It's awesome too. So I love both of these shirts, and we're gonna talk about some Dazzler. First off, I'd really quickly just want to give a shout out to the channel members. So let me get that graphic here. So if you do become a Legionnaire, then one Legionnaire per month will win a shirt from beardedshirts.com. You can choose which one you want, and I'll send it to you. So let's give a quick shout out to Dan, who joined right away. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. Of course, Sean, Steven, and Clobby, who you've seen on my stream several times. Brennan, who you've seen a few times. Joe Dog, Picasso, Classic Comics, and Cliff on Comics just joined the other day. So thank you to everybody. I really appreciate it. There won't be any Transformer stream tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going to go watch. Oh, no, not tomorrow. Wednesday. I'm going to be on the Action Elite. We're going to be discussing Avenging Force. That's the Michael Dudikoff movie. If you're a Canon fan, you should know Michael Dudikoff, American Ninja. And Avenging Force is a great movie. I loved it. Had it on VHS. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow on the Action Elite. Thursday, there won't be a Transformer stream because I'm going to go see The Beekeeper with Jason Statham, just because I have nothing better to do in my life. But Friday, Daredevil. Yes, Fearless Fridays. We are continuing our Daredevil stream every Friday. We're going to go through all of Frank Miller's run on Daredevil. So we covered the first 3 issues. This Friday, we're covering the next 3 issues. So looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I already read the next one. I mean, these issues are crazy. It just gets right into awesome action, and like the characters are great. So really looking forward to doing those. So that's going to be really good. And okay, so we've got I've been on streams on Chris's channel. So Chris the Comic Vet, the link to his channel is in the description of this video. Wednesday nights he does a Show Us What You Got, and I should be there tomorrow, right? Because it doesn't really conflict with my Action Elite stream, so you should see me on there tomorrow if I can get to the shop. It's a massive snowstorm out here, so we'll see what happens. But I met this person on Chris's channel. His name is Scott, so it's the first time he's coming to my channel. So let's bring in Scott. I've got a special little GIF for him to come into.
What's up, man? What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well, man. I'm glad to be here, ready to talk about some Dazzler.
Dazzler. I couldn't. Yeah, it's like I just said. Is there anyone who likes Dazzler? Everyone says she sucks. She's lame. So I didn't invite Sean. Well, I didn't invite Sean and Clobby, my good buddy Clobberin times. He used to own a comic shop. He's like, we made fun of all the people buying Dazzler comics. I was like, since you have that shitty attitude, I'm not inviting you anymore, and I'm not your friend anymore. So that's it.
Right. We can no longer be friends.
I can no longer be friends with this guy. It's like, what? And my buddy Sean, it's like, Sean, we've been friends for 23 years. It's over. You've been hiding your Dazzler hate. That's it. It's over. So yeah, thanks, Cliff. Cliff on Comics, man. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate that, buddy.
Cliff, what's up?
Let's say hello to Brian. How's it going? Brian. I hope the stream is dazzling. Of course, it's going to be dazzling. Yeah. FK, disco. You hate disco only in Star Trek. Listen, I like discos. We have. I mean, my mom saw Saturday Night Fever. my mom is 20 years older than me, so I'm 46. She's 66. She
Okay.
saw Saturday Night Fever 7 times in the theater. She told me.
Wow, that's a lot.
I've seen it once at home, but I like it. I do own it on DVD, and Scott is in the chat as well. Now, this is the link to Scott's channel, and we'll let Scott talk about it in just a minute. We'll set that up in a minute. Comic Cap Collectibles, how's it going, man? Thanks for popping in.
Up,
Brian, we good. Taylor, oh no. Hey, we can talk about that. I have heard, you know how many Taylor, okay, I've got a GIF for this one. Do you know, hold on. let me find it first before I get it ready. Here's how many Taylor Swift songs I've heard. I don't know not even one. I know nothing. I know the name Taylor Swift. I'm on a Dazzler Facebook group, right? And everyone's posting this. Oh, we gotta get. I don't know if she can act. I guess she can sing. She's like super mega popular, so I guess she can sing.
She's a good singer. Yeah, she is a good singer. She's not my favorite by far, but she's a good singer.
I mean, Iron Maiden's my favorite band. I've seen them like multiple times. That's nice. I can't. I don't know. You know, I like metal, but I also really like musical scores. And weird fact, I also really like Judy Garland. I have like all the Judy Garland songs, which cool. Is like a random. Yeah. Dude, well,
I love your shirt, by the way.
Yeah. So this is from Bearded Shirts, and I've got the first appearance one as well, and this is printed all around and all over, so it goes onto the back.
Man, I'm gonna have to get one. Those are killer. I love that.
So yes, and then let you can. There's sales on all the time. So like, just check out the links in the description. They're my channel sponsor, so it's beardedshirts.com. Just type all over print, and they've got tons.
Cool.
Like, and they're all like this, and it's like you could do polyester. I like polyester because it doesn't stretch or whatever. Like it'll
kind of like the dry fit feel.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But anyway, okay, so before we won't do too much more, we'll talk about Taylor Swift later on. Okay, so first off, how did you find out about Dazzler? How did you like get into Dazzler?
Not okay. I collected as a kid, and then I came back into it several years ago. This wasn't a character that I was really into so much as a kid, but when I came back to the hobby, it was just a character. I'm extremely nostalgia based in the way that I collect, and with that character, and like for example, Dazzler, the issue 1 cover is my favorite comic book cover of all time.
So this one,
yes, it's an absolutely amazing cover. So much nostalgia. I love the characters, Enchantress, Nightcrawler, Spider-Man, just an amazing cover. But it's just a character that I was really drawn to when I came back to collecting.
Yeah.
I'm an 80s baby, so I really like early 80s stuff. Like I'm really drawn to early 80s, late 70s stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I first encountered Dazzler a couple of things. First was the Pride of the X-Men. That was that one shot cartoon. It was a pilot and it didn't go anywhere. And also the X-Men arcade game, because I'm a big arcade guy. And I love Dazzler in the arcade, and the 2-screen beat 'em up X-Men, the big one. My friend Steve has the arcade 1-up version, which is like the 3/4 size. It's awesome. It's like an arcade machine in your living room.
Yeah.
And it is. So I love Dazzler there. And I love that cartoon. And then actually when the X-Men 90s cartoon came out, I did not like Jubilee. I was like, you took Dazzler's. It's like Jubilee took Dazzler's spot, basically. I was like, damn you! It's on it. Only recently have I come to forgive Jubilee, but I hated her for a long time. I was like, F this character. She's not the real Dazzler. But so what happened was that I grabbed. I've got like, I'm not going to take up my entire collection. I mean, I've got the first appearance, right? So
yeah, I have a copy as well.
I think I've got is 131 the first Emma? I'm wondering if that's the first, because I've got the one with Emma over top. I think that's the first. That might be the first, or is that the first Emma? Or maybe not. But I've got that one too. And and like, well, we'll
One that's the
probably see
second
it.
appearance of Dazzler.
Yeah, I think I've got that too, but I'm not sure now. I'm X-Men 200 to 240 was heavy into Dazzler. Yeah. We're heavy Dazzler. Yes. That's Cap. I So yeah, so I liked her from there. But what happened was is that I was collecting some issues of Dazzler,
Mhm.
and I ended up literally, even with number one, I've got the entire run. It's the first character that I completed the run, and I completed it
Nice.
for nothing. I just recently I rebagged and boarded them because they're all in the crappy bags I bought them in,
Yeah.
and
Got to get
I
rid of
paid
those.
I paid like $1 to $2 per issue.
Yeah, man,
Like,
I found most of my run in the wild, dude, for really cheap. It was, yeah, it's a pretty cheap run to collect.
yeah, so it's cool because it's actually like you can actually collect it and actually get it.
Yep.
Get it now before Taylor Swift plays her in Marvel.
Yeah, when that hits, that might change things a little bit. But I didn't have much of a problem putting the run together. I had to go to Macari for issue 33, and I got a couple of them online. But man,
Mhm.
most of them I found in the wild.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty easy. I even got Beauty and the Beast. That was only 4 parts, I think,
I'm
which that
missing
was cheap
issue
too.
4. I have 1 through 3. I'm missing issue 4 of that, but that's
It
it.
should be able to you should be able to get that one without too much difficulty.
Yeah,
Um,
there's no like key factor or anything to it, so I'll find it
no,
one day.
not really. Um, and yeah, as for Taylor Swift, I have no idea if that will never. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't
I
think it's
mean,
gonna happen?
that would save that could just based on her fans, that would save Marvel. But I just don't see it coming together. I don't know,
You know,
but there
Tidal
is.
Wave, they're really banking on it. Tidal Wave
I
is
mean,
really banking on it at this point. Did you see the newest cover that they've done?
no, oh no, is that the one? Is that are they on the Facebook group? Is where they showed the?
That's the publishing company that's been doing the Taylor Swift Dazzler covers.
Yes, I've seen that. I did see. Yeah, they've got this. They just did this one, or I don't know if they just did this one, but they've done this one with Taylor Swift. Yeah, I've seen all of the
Yeah, they
covers.
did like with the updated cast that's supposedly in Deadpool 3. I mean, they went
Yeah,
all out on it, dude.
they
It's
did go all out. Yeah,
if she's not in it, that it's I kind of think it's going to be funny. Like, what are they going to do at this point?
I mean, hey, dude, hey, Comic Relief Crusader, how's it going,
What's
brother?
up? I just thought that was funny,
Taylor.
though.
So is she in Deadpool 3? Wow. Um, when X-Men #1 came out, the movie, sorry, the first X-Men film,
Yeah.
I remember the list of X-Men that were in that movie was enormous. And I was telling my buddy, because I was a bit of I'm a movie nerd. I took film courses and stuff in university,
Oh, cool.
and I've written scripts, and I've got a few books published. The link is in the description.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Really cool,
But and I was telling people, like, guys, you guys need to relax, because they're like, oh man, it's gonna be Apocalypse and freaking Archangel, and it's gonna be Nightcrawler. I'm like, guys, I don't think all this is happening in this first movie. I said we need to relax. And I remember my buddy when they're in the school and they're running around, the kids running around, and he's like telling me, that guy in the back, that's friggin' Colossus, and it's like, hold on a second. I said, unless they literally say the name, Kurt Wagner or whatever. Like they need to say the name. Otherwise, it's not the character. Having a bunch of people running around, they're like, oh, there's a girl there that has yellow hair. Oh, that's Dazzler. I'm like, no, hold on. If they don't say Allison Blair, if they need to come up and say, hey, Allison, are you late for school? Yes, I am. Then I'll say that's Dazzler. You can't just tell me. You can't pause the screen and point out people and say that's this guy. You don't know.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of characters with blonde hair.
Yeah, I know. It's like, that's Dazzler. No. Now, Dazzler was in Dark Phoenix, and it was played by the girl who was on the Orville, and she left the Orville to play this character, and I just forgot her name, and I know her name. Do you remember her name?
I don't know her name, but I watched the little cameo clip from that earlier today.
Yeah. What the hell's her name? I'm just gonna get her name. Halston Sage. That's her name.
I never would have thought of that. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I remember she had like a unique name. I liked her on the Orville. So in Dark Phoenix, we saw her a little bit, and I was like, it was okay, I guess, but it was just very fast. So we didn't get really like a feel for what she could have been.
Right. It was just a short cameo. But
Yeah,
she was
and
there though. It happened. She was
it
there.
did happen. So we had the first live action. I might be muting from time to time because I had a cold last week. And my cough has not gone away, so that sucks. Dazzler, yeah, she was in Dark Phoenix. Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
I'm the only person that liked that movie.
I
I
watched
thought
it one time. It was okay.
once
I didn't hate it, but it was okay.
I liked it because it was about Scott and Jean, and I'm like, finally, a movie about Scott and Jean. It's not a great movie, and Jennifer Lawrence is the worst. Is the worst character. I just could not stand her, even from when she was in First Class. I just could not stand her as Mystique, and then I now hate Mystique. Even in comics, I'm like I hate you, Mystique. I don't want to see you in. I can't. I'm like, I'm so done. Like, even I'm not talking about just because of her stupidity in the last movie. I'm talking about the first time I saw her, I was like, I don't like this Mystique. It's like, well, anyways, but I was very happy when she got when Jean Grey killed her. That was the greatest part.
Wow.
I actually applauded in the theater,
Man.
which is hilarious. Yes, I couldn't stand her, but it was about Scott and Jean, so that was kind of cool. But the movie's not very good, and they just can't. You can't make the Dark Phoenix saga in a movie that doesn't lead up to that happening. You can't just say, let's just do that as a one-off now. Like, it's not going to work out properly, right?
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I do.
Yeah. And I'm not a comic because I can't hear you. How are you saying? Because I said Mystique is trash. Yeah. And I'm not saying I like the movie insofar as to say that, like, I thought it was like there's team effort. They did stuff as a team. They had uniforms. They, like they had the X like on their chest, like they were running around doing stuff. So I liked that. Cyclops had his powers, used them a lot. Nightcrawler used his powers a lot. There's a cool fight at the end. Yeah,
I love Nightcrawler.
Right. I mean, previous to that, X-Men 2, and those are the only ones not counting Deadpool or Wolverine, like not their own movies, not the Deadpool movies, not the Wolverine movies, but just the X-Men ones. I really only care about X-Men 2, and First Class was okay, and I like and Dark Phoenix. What was the other one? Days of Future Past. I don't know, like that was okay too, but I just felt like Magneto's like lifting that entire. He lifts up that entire stadium. He's going to drop it on the president, and somehow that's going to stop the Sentinels from being created faster. I'm thinking like, well, this guy just. They're like, well, if you don't kill Trask, if we save Trask, that'll stop the Sentinels. I'm like, yeah, but this guy just lifted a stadium. If I was a human in that world, I would be pretty scared.
Yeah. Oh man, I would just with all those X-Men movies, they were all just okay to me. I didn't feel like any of them really stood out.
I agree with you. None of them are good. None of them are they should be, because I remember like now that when we had Avengers Part 1, I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, where's like this is what X-Men should technically be better than Avengers if they do it proper, because X-Men had big epic stories and not one movie can capture it. I just don't know why they can't do it. I don't know. Yeah. All right, let's
characters to work with. I mean,
they've got so many.
Yeah.
Like X-Men is endless. And you know what? Like almost all of them are good.
Yep.
And here's another thing too, and I hate using the D word, which we say diversity, but it's got the diversity, it's got the female character. Like, I mean, I don't understand. Like X-Men is everything that everybody wants, but they're just not doing it.
You have a character that represents every single race, religion, anything you can think of. There's a character that represents that. Yeah, that's true.
It's true. And you can actually put them together and not have it be forced.
Yep.
Like if you did giant size X-Men, you got Japanese guy, you got African, right? You got Russian in there, you got a German in there, you got who else we got? You got an Irish guy in there too. Shit, I forgot about an Irish guy. You got your white, your white Caucasian guys, right? Like you got your Canadian. We got one of my boys in there. Yeah. I don't understand. This is a no-brainer.
Yep.
Like you have the diversity, and then you don't have to race change because people get angry. You don't have to do any race changes. You don't have to do anything. It's just good to go. Just make the movie. Anyway, all right. Enough about that.
You would think.
All right, guys. The Canadian, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That we're our own thing.
It's my favorite cover of all time, right there. I love
awesome.
that cover, man.
It is awesome.
Painted cover.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the Masterworks. Now we both have the entire run, but it's easier for us to look at this on the web here, and we're not gonna spend a lot of time going through because this contains this is the first appearance. We're not gonna really cover that. If you want to talk about the Dark Phoenix saga, there's several channels and X-Men content that you can get all your Dark Phoenix fix. We're not going to spend time on this issue. Obviously, it's awesome. The Dark Phoenix saga is awesome.
Yeah.
The next one
out there, like Mary Marvelite would be a good one to check out. That would probably has covered the Dark Phoenix saga.
Yeah, and maybe I'll do it one day. I was supposed to do it on Clobby's channel, and then it's kind of like, well, the thing is, it's not priority because every person on YouTube who has an X-Men channel or comic channel is going to be covering or has covered this better than I'm going to do it. All right, so let's skip that. We're going to breeze through these issues, these next issues, the Spider-Man issue. This is a great cover.
Yeah, that's really cool. Definitely have that one in my box over here with my Dazzler keys.
Nice. I don't think I have this, and I'm going to rectify that this month if I can because I've got a con coming up.
I made a list of pretty much anything Dazzler related, and I went down the list and pretty much got them all now. I'm missing a couple, but I got this one for sure.
Nice. Yeah, this is really good, and great art here, of course. I'm gonna look at this more in detail. When I do this, I might, Scotty, I won't see you. I'll still be able to see the chat, but I won't be able to see you. So if you want to talk, just talk over me because I won't be able to see if you want to talk.
All good. Cool.
Okay, so really quickly, this is we got Marv Wolfman here, of course, awesome writer. Keith Pollard on pencils. This looks all really good. They're Dazzler and Spider-Man kind of have a little bit of a mini battle here. She kind of uses the music here. This is just kind of showcasing a little bit of what Dazzler can do, and who better than Spider-Man to help you bring in a new character. I mean, Spider-Man's the go-to guy. You want to introduce someone, put him in Marvel Team Up or one of these Spider-Man titles, and you're good.
Yeah, they made sure to link her with Spider-Man several times.
Yeah, and
which is a smart movie.
They're playing Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Hell
nice.
Yes, I love that movie. I know some people think Star Trek: The Motion Picture is boring. They're wrong. So that's how it is. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. They're wrong. Okay, so they're fighting here. We're not going to go through this one. We want to get to Dazzler one. I just want to show people kind of how great this is. This issue is very exciting. I wish I didn't remember this issue. I kind of read it. When I came up with this idea to do the first 4 issues, I decided to reread this, and I was like, damn, this is really awesome. Maybe we should have covered it a bit more because it's actually pretty epic.
And as far as the reading order, I think you're supposed to read this before you read Dazzler issue 1.
I think so. Yeah. So this is the Masterworks we're looking at, which is the volume 1. And it's
okay. So it's got it in order.
It's definitely in the reading order. Oh, Bobby, what's going on, man? Thanks,
Bobby.
You got disco. Oh, you got the music and the dance. Nice. All right. So let's whiz by this. So yeah, the fighting, and then it gets into Spider-Man stuff, which whatever. And then Dazzler again. Hey, yo, Spider-Man, what's going on here, dude? Come on.
Ooh, look there. They got to show
there.
I think they were trying to show that she could hang with Spider-Man in that issue.
That's right. So she breaks through the web here, and she's back. The Black Cat. That's next one. Hey, Ethan, what's going on, brother? I'm here for a live stream. How are you doing? Time's good. What question would you prefer, Spider-Man Unlimited TV? What would be your favorite Spider-Man Unlimited TV series? I don't know. My favorite Spider-Man cartoon is the 60s Spider-Man. That was that cartoon was awesome. 67, is it? I have a DVD of it. So, all right. Dazzler number one, 50 cents, man. 50 cents.
1981.
All right.
Marvel's first
Stanley.
direct edition too.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Marvel's first direct edition comic.
Wow. See, good. Wow, I did not know that. I didn't know that. That's awesome. So bright this star. Well, you can't have a mutant book without a bunch of a-holes chasing down a mutant. I always sided. Look, I almost never side with humans on anything. I usually side with the mutants.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Right.
I find myself relating with the mutants and their struggles.
Yeah.
I think try to make it that way though, right? Like where you can identify with them.
Yeah. I mean, look, they look cool. I never thought, I'm going to say this and then we can put a pin in it, because I never understood everyone loves the Fantastic Four, but everyone hates the mutants. That was always a weird thing.
Yeah. I love the mutants, man.
But like, I mean in the world of the comics, like they're okay with Human Torch flying around who's a guy on fire, but they don't like a pretty blonde who can create light. You know,
yeah, they're currently being hunted down. Yeah, mutants are not allowed to exist. Not on Earth.
Yeah, not here. Okay, so she's running away from these a-holes. What is she going to do? Well, she's going to sit down and she's going to do a crossword puzzle. I don't know. No.
Yeah. Make sure her makeup's done correctly.
Make sure her makeup's done. Got her bracelets here, shiny bracelets. Pulls out her little music. Now, guys, this is old, so this isn't an iPhone.
Yeah. This is 1981, so no iPhones.
No iPhones. Hey, Just Joe, what's going on? Dazzler, you should have called Club. No, I know Mike loves. I know Mike loves Dazzler. Clobby actually just bought him a shirt. He just bought him not the exact shirt I'm wearing, but I've got both Dazzler shirts. But he bought the first appearance one. So Michael, Joe, do not be surprised if you see the Bearded Shirts Dazzler shirt on one of Retro Blasting's streams. And if you do, you'll see that. But yeah, he loves Dazzler. I know. Well, Clobby made fun of Dazzler, so I kicked him out.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to go at that point.
Yep. Do I prefer? Well, I always prefer the comics. If you're asking me, do I like comics over the movies? It's always going to be comics.
Same.
All right. Now look at this light show. So these guys are attacking her.
Yep.
So she can basically, this is where her powers were more light, like really more light. I don't remember, Scott. I don't know if you remember. I know eventually it gets to where she can start doing other things. Like she's making it more like she can turn it almost into like an energy and have it be a little bit more damaging. Yep. Right now in this issue, it is just light effects. And of course, like
right now, what's going on this page is they're more or less just giving you a feel of what her power set is a little bit.
Yeah. And it's not like, because I know in the Pride of the X-Men cartoon and also in video games and stuff, you see her and it's just like she'll create some sort of thing and it'll explode or it'll be more damaging, like some sort of energy force or like, that's not what's happening. She doesn't have that here. She did not join the X-Men. That's maybe one important thing that we kind of glossed over. She declined joining the X-Men at this point. So she's on her own. This is her solo thing. Spider-Man happens to be here. That's fine. But
she kind of has, as you'll see, as the first couple of issues go along, you'll see she kind of has she has a couple of internal struggles that she's struggling with. And one of them is whether or not she to be a singer or a superhero. And so that's kind of one of the things that's going on in her head.
Yep. And it was interesting with this too, because this almost feels like they kind of got away with they got away with making a non-superhero comic, but that's a superhero comic at the same time. It was done very cool, because it's like, you're like, well, this appeals to a more broader audience. Mm-hmm. It was like Gem and the Holograms and stuff, it's like this could be a more broader audience, but it's still superhero. So if you're a nerd, if you're a superhero nerd, you're cool with this comic. But if you're more, maybe it's a female audience they're trying to attract, get more female readers in. I don't really know.
It's hard to say, man, because her origins are pretty crazy. She was created with between Marvel Comics and Casablanca Records.
Right.
They had plans to do the movie and never came to fruition.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
For sure. That would have been super cool. She didn't shoot freaking lasers.
She was supposed to be a black woman originally.
Also. Oh, interesting.
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I cannot remember the exact woman. It was an actress, I want to say. Either an actress or a singer. Damn, I can't remember who it was though. Somebody
in the chat will know probably. Or if you're watching this, if you're watching this on a repeat, then drop a comment and let us know who it was. I know Clobby would know, but we didn't invite him because he was a naysayer. So that's
it. They later changed it to kind of model her after Bo Derek, but
right. Yes. I mean, yeah, Bo Derek was hot in the sense of also like popular, but also very good looking. So
yeah. She was huge at the time.
So okay, so back to Spider-Man here, grabbing the car here. Yep. That's really cool. Hey, classic. Diana Ross, maybe. Was it Diana Ross? Wow. That would have been crazy. That would have been huge.
I'll look it up.
Hey, Callie Comics, what's going on?
Callie would probably know.
Callie, we question for you. Do
Grace
you
Jones.
know?
That's who it is.
Oh, Grace Jones. Oh my God, they're gonna have Grace. So Grace Jones, for you people who don't know, she is from Conan the Destroyer, one of my favorite movies of all. Conan the Barbarian is my favorite movie of all time, but Conan the Destroyer, I have a lot of love for that. Grace Jones, that would have been very interesting.
Yep. I can't remember why they changed it, but it got changed, obviously.
Obviously, yes. That would have been interesting. Grace Jones, wow.
Yeah, it would have been more like a Storm looking character.
Yeah. And Grace Jones, like, she's super bony too. She's like very skinny. And she was in The View to a Kill, James Bond, of course. She's a mega star, so at least for sure at that time. And she was in Vamp, which is a movie I like because it's a horror movie. So there you go. Callie would not have known.
He said I gave him too much credit. So sorry, Callie. I thought you would have known, man.
That's okay. We're doing a stream on it, and I didn't know. So there you go. All right. So now we got the typical at home. Now every superhero in the Marvel universe has day-to-day problems. That's one of the things that made them stand out.
Yep. Got to show how they're relatable to us.
Relatable. I never had this phone though. I think even I am too young for this phone.
My grandma had that phone, I think.
Ritz. She's having Ritz crackers.
There you go.
She's keeping them in the fridge. You don't keep crackers in the fridge. Come on, Daz.
Who wants a cold cracker?
Yeah. Now, just in case if you forgot that she was a mutant, booyah. Let's go to the danger room. X-Men. Who are they? I wonder if they'll catch on. You think X-Men will catch on?
Possibly. That Wolverine character looks cool.
He does look cool. Yes. Wasn't his first appearance 180? Hulk 180? No, we'll call it 181 because it's his second appearance, but we'll call it his first appearance. But
okay, we'll go with that.
I don't want to start that. I do want to have that debate one time on my channel.
You should. It'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Debatable first appearances is always fun.
Yes. Yes. I mean, you saw him in 180. I don't get it. If it was just his claw or something, like, you'd be like, well,
I don't have either, so I can't say for sure.
I don't have it either. It's a trash comic. Once I get it, it'll be a great comic, but until I get it, it's a trash comic. Nobody needs it.
Of course.
Yeah. So we've got our buddy Colossus, who I love.
Fighting it out in the danger room.
Wolverine, Nightcrawler, fan favorite Nightcrawler. Yes. Everyone loves Nightcrawler.
Oh yeah, gotta love Kurt Wagner.
Yeah, he's awesome. And I think I didn't know. And when you're reading these on your own, I think because he's German, I heard in the movie they say like Wagner or whatever, and I'm like, oh my God! And I still to this day say Wagner because that's just my childhood way of saying it. Like I
do too. But when I read him, I try to read it with a German accent the best I can.
Yeah, I can. I'm Croatian, but I don't have the Croatian accent. So I learned how to speak Croatian, but I was born here, so I didn't have the full. If I ever do Disneyland, not happening. Not going to Disneyland. Sorry, not a
Too much
Disneyland
money.
person.
Me either.
Debatable first appearance. It's from a.
Oh,
Is
magazine.
interesting.
Nice.
Is Oscar travels to Limbo? Yes. Bamf. Yep. All right, so X-Men, she's calling Aurora just for some advice.
Yep.
And then she's looking for a gig. She needs money. She needs to pay for her apartment, and she's late. And we have a little bit of a sad backstory here with her dad.
Yeah,
so,
this is another one of her internal struggle. Going back to the struggles that I was talking about, this is another one.
Yeah. Now her grandmother is cool with her. Now her dad doesn't know she has mutant powers. He wanted her to be a lawyer.
Yes.
And it didn't happen. Obviously, it's not going to happen.
She wants to be a singer. She wants to be a star, a singer.
Yeah. Okay, so a little bit of like a showing some of her gigs. Hey TM, what's going on, man?
Travis, my Monday night lineup, brother.
Nice. Thank you for joining us. So we got to see that she can sing. So of course she's good at singing. She can project her little light. Now the cool thing is that people always assume the light show is some sort of effects or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Not actually her doing it.
It's actually a demonstration of her abilities.
Yep. Captain America shirt. Woohoo. Yeah. And every time you're trying to have a concert, you always have some a-holes who just have to come in with baseball bats.
Yep. It's got to be the guy yelling Freebird.
It's got it's like guy comes in, we're just trying to have fun, and she's not happy. She's got the cable eye here.
Oh, she's singing, man. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, give me a break here. And then whoosh. Now,
boom.
The intensity here, the way the art is done is pretty interesting. So we've got these colorful little like circular bubbles. Skeptic, what's going on? Buddy, you should have been here from the beginning. This is Dazzler, man. Come on. You're a Dazzler guy, aren't you? You should have been the first one in the chat, man. Come on, help me out.
What's up, man?
So we've got these really interesting like light effect bubbles, and they've kind of negative. They've created her as like just a silhouette. So the intensity of the light is so much that like you just can't even process like what's happening. It just F's you up badly.
Yes.
Really
I love the way that it's demonstrated. I like the way that they chose to demonstrate that.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they would have done it. Like the problem is I'm so used to this that I can't imagine how else you could have accomplished this. Like you could have whited out the page maybe and just say, but like this kind of feels cooler to me. Like it's like, and then I know you've got the figure. They did that kind of thing with the figure where you could put it on the, you could like put it on her hand and like it'll, it shoots out or whatever. And they gave it to her on this one too. I kept this one in the package. I don't know why.
I have that one right behind me. Yep.
Hey, oh man, I put a poll up. I should have done this poll. I should have done blue disco outfit or blue outfit.
That would have been a good poll. I think people probably would have leaned towards the original.
Yeah. You think so? Yeah.
I think so.
There's 14 votes on my poll right now. Thoughts on Dazzler? Love her has 29%. Hate her has 0%. Phew. She's okay has 50, and Disco is Dead has 21. Come on, who said Disco is dead? You guys are nuts.
I'm a little surprised that she didn't get any hate. I figured somebody would hate.
Well, I'm like I should have enough haters that the fact that I love her should automatically give her a hate, because a lot of people get mad at me when I. But
just to give you a hard time.
Just to give me a hard time about it. But that's okay. All right, so let's continue on here. So we got a lot of action here, actually. So this issue, despite having the my problems with my father and stuff, we still got a lot of action here. So she takes care of these guys. We get a little bit of backstory, a little bit more backstory into what's going on.
You get a definite demonstration of her powers for sure. So
yeah. Now, I forgot this happened totally. I totally forgot this until I just read it. Whenever I talked to you privately about doing this stream,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the hell's going on with this? This is awesome. This is a short story of this poor loser here who's like battling all these guys. He's like this little Viking guy here. It's not Thor. He's coming to the Rainbow Bridge. He's fighting his way through these big honking, beefed up.
Yeah, it is in Asgard though, correct? They're in Asgard.
Yeah. It's just such a great segue. And then, this guy crawls through. He's fought his way through the Guardians here. Now, Heimdall's not here at the moment. It's these other guys who are guarding. Mm-hmm. Busts through everything, beats all these guys up. He just wants us to come to the Enchantress. She has her lackeys here. She's got her nice chicken and food and all that.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, I just want to serve you. And I want to live forever and serve you and be your slave and all this stuff. And she's like, oh, yeah, no problem. And she turns him into a tree.
Yep.
Oh, man, what a witch. I was like, she's the B word right there.
And that's your introduction to Enchantress, which we will see more of.
Yep. Oh, man. This was, I was kind of blown away by this little story because I'm reading this. I was like, I don't remember this I didn't remember it at all. My memory's garbage, and I read these 100 years ago.
My brain's fried. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fried. Today I read like, I don't know. Well, I'm reading Reacher, the book. I'm reading the 8th book of Reacher, because season 2 is based on the 8th book. So I'm reading that. Very and cool. It's like literally like I've been reading that, and then I've been reading so many comics. I'm just completely like I don't remember anything anymore.
It's all blur.
217 Dazzler meets Juggernaut. I believe I haven't read it recently, but I definitely read it before.
Over here in a short box next to me.
Nice. You haters, you haters wait a long way to stop talking about Zach. Oh, we're not no. Oh, Skeptic dude, it was 42 minutes without me. I'm not back. I'm not doing the Zack Snyder sucks talk today. Plus I thought Rebel Moon wasn't that bad. So but I don't but I hate Justice League, so I don't want to get into it. All right. Okay, so Enchantress, that was your introduction, and she is awesome.
She is cool. I like Enchantress a lot. Yeah. I actually had forgotten how much I like that character, but she's cool.
She's really good, and she is like pretty badass here. So we're gonna get back to Enchantress. This was just to whet your appetite.
Yep.
Let's get to Beauty and the Beast. We got the Beast here, Hank McCoy.
Who will be a recurring character throughout the series.
Yeah. Now, Scott, have you tried reading any comics the way Beast does here? It doesn't work for me.
Nah, it probably give you a headache.
So he became Loki. I didn't watch Loki. I watched the first season of Loki. I don't know what's going on with Loki. That character's dead to me. He died in Endgame or whatever, or Infinity War. That he died and that's it. That character has not returned back. I hated the Loki show.
Oh man, I watched them both. I enjoyed them. I thought it was okay.
No, I hated them. It's like it's not Loki. He's supposed to be a villain, a badass a-hole villain who hurts people. Make him into like Marvel has enough superheroes that you don't need to make Loki into a kind of a hero. Like it's just weird to me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. I'm old-fashioned.
He's the god of mischief. He should be freaking mischievous.
Yes. And I don't like that he's depowered because then what am I watching? Then it's just Tom Hiddleston walking around. I'm like, but he doesn't have powers. Like I don't, it's like anyway.
Yeah. I mean, Owen Wilson did great though.
Yeah. They could have just made that show with someone else. They could have just made it up without Loki. Just make it about the Bureau or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, or have someone else in it or something. Anyway. Okay, so Beast is jumping around. So he's part of the Avengers at this point. That's something that people should know.
Because it's going to show a mixture of the Avengers and the X-Men a lot. But yeah, know that Beast is a member of the Avengers here.
And he almost hits Waspy and she gets angry.
This is pretty much the current lineup of the Avengers at the time.
Yeah. And Hawkeye, man, one of my favorites. Love Hawkeye. I love West Coast Avengers. I'm close to completing that run.
Yeah, man. Really cool. I like West Coast Avengers as well.
I wish they would have they could have saved this Marvel Phase 4 if they would have just had West Coast Avengers. They didn't have to call it West Coast Avengers, but you literally had Hawkeye already. You already had him established. Yep. You've got War Machine already established.
Yep.
Don Cheadle's already set. You could have used, and if you didn't want to use Black Widow, you could have used like Agent 13, or you could have used I don't know, you didn't have, if you didn't want Mockingbird, I'm saying you could have used someone else. There was lots of Shield agents. Maria Hill could have been thrown in. Somebody, you could have used a Shield agent if you didn't want Mockingbird. You could have easily, they had Simon Williams, what's his face, Fillion, Nathan Fillion was cast as Wonder Man. You could have used him, and then you just get some really attractive girl in like in a tiger, in tiger fur as Tiger, and you got West Coast. Like, I mean, this is a no-brainer. It's ready to go. You got Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper could be your first villain. You've got Graviton you could throw in.
Grim Reaper would be awesome. I would love to see Tigra in live action. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Just get some really attractive girl. Have the cat makeup. Like,
it would have to.
This is no-brainer shit, right? But the thing is, the people who are writing the MCU don't read comics, so they don't know. West Coast Avengers, what's that? It's like, okay. So anyway. All right. So they're like, oh, look, Dazzler. So he's like showing the newspaper singer, disco boss seeks replacement. So they're trying to get Dazzler an agent, basically.
And it's important to note that Hank is pretty smitten with Allison from the very start. So
yes. Yep. Do you like the Spider-Man 1994 series? Yes, I do. I do like that. And do you like the Spider-Man one? Yes, I do like both 1 and 2 Tobey Maguire movies. I don't mind 3 either that much.
I saw them in the theater. They were good.
Yep, they're good. Part 2 is one of the Spider-Man 2 is one of the best superhero movies for me.
Yeah, it was awesome. Really good.
Okay, so they're doing auditions here, and Enchantress comes and sings.
Yep.
And this guy's like, woo wee.
I mean, it's Enchantress. She comes in
Enchantress
and blows him away, but then Dazzler comes along and does her thing, and she ends up winning the audition over.
She wins.
So Enchantress is pissed. She never. She's a goddess.
Right. So yeah, Enchantress takes it all in stride, and she's totally cool with losing. She goes back to Asgard, and nothing comes of this. Nothing at all comes of this at all. Everyone is friends. Everything is good, but maybe not. She doesn't look very happy here.
Nah, she's not going to take that loss. It's Enchantress.
I have a hat, Beast and Dazzler miniseries from around here. I mean, we both have the Beauty and the Beast four-parter. I don't know if you're talking about that one, classic. Yeah. Now that she's got the does she have the short hair in that one? Yeah, she would. She'd have the short.
Yeah,
they kind of changed her look.
Yeah, she did at that time. Yeah, she's in the blue suit.
Well, looks like my prediction was wrong. I predicted Enchantress would just let it go and everything would be okay, but
let it go.
Nope. Damn, I never predict these things properly. I thought for sure she'd be cool with it.
And now for issue 2, it's not a painted cover like the first one, but this was still a really cool cover. I still enjoy it.
Yeah. I do like this cover. I like the colors here.
Yes, it's a beautiful use of color against that black background.
Mm-hmm.
It pops.
And this happens. I've got a thing with covers. So Scott, you don't know this, but I got a little bit of thing with covers. I'm not a big, like for number 1, the way they did it, that was perfect.
Yeah.
But I like when a cover is actually showing me what's going to happen in the book. Now that has gone away. Now it's mostly posed covers. There's cover artists who just draw an awesome picture. It's like Wonder Woman and she's like, blocking or something. And I'm like, but I actually like when the cover depicts what's going to happen in the book. That doesn't happen in modern comics. It's one of the things I don't like in modern comics.
Yeah.
And when you see me on Chris's channel and you see someone like, I don't know, like Lady Fantastic or something, they pull up an old comic. I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, that always gets me pumped because I'm like, yeah, like it's just like I like when I'm like, yeah, this shit. You see this cover? This shit is going down in this comic, right? Like you're like this shit's happening. Okay, so wait till you read that. Gets me pumped, to read the comic, right?
No, I get it. That's cool. Yeah.
All right, doing her makeup here. Got a nice 1 page here. So we got story and style. We got Tom DeFalco and we got John Romita Jr. as penciler. So, I mean, that's going to be awesome.
and a ton of dialogue because they're having to lay out the whole issue 1, what happened. So, a ton of dialogue here.
Yeah. Shooter, what is going on? Is there anything to like in modern comics? If you're reading Independence, probably. But there's some good ones. I'm enjoying the Superman stuff right now. I didn't go to the shop today because there's a blizzard, so I'll read Superman tomorrow and I will post my review of Action Comics tomorrow. And Batman is not too bad.
Nice.
And I'm unfortunately I'm allergic to Marvel comics, so I don't collect any more. Not current ones, at least. For me, if it doesn't have that banner, if it doesn't have the Marvel Comics banner,
yeah, the
like
comics group.
Comics, if it doesn't have that, there's a good chance I'm not going to buy it or care. I
was just gonna say, to set up where we left off, though, she is at numero uno, where she just auditioned and beat Enchantress, and she is there preparing for her show. She's getting ready for her show, so that's where we're at right now.
Yep, and she's got her sparkly purse, which is probably expensive. Just getting ready. We got the FF. Everyone's kind of getting ready, and I love this little classic exchange between Johnny and Ben.
Yeah, some wisecracks, and the Thing ends up with the last laugh there, as you can see.
Yep, which is great.
Gives him a little thunderclap, She-Hulk style.
She-Hulk style. Oh yeah, man. Yep. All right, and we got the X-Men. Just in case you forgot that the X-Men are in this. And we've got the Avengers. I love the shield on the back. That is cool. And you've got your
excited.
You've got your shield. Do you wear your Captain America shield on the back? You got to put it on.
Nah, man, it never comes off the wall. It's just the wall. But you got Kitty Pryde telling the X-Men here all about the Dazzler show. You guys, we got to get ready for the Dazzler show. And then Kurt's excited because him and Hank, who is Beast, they're both kind of simps for Dazzler. They both like have a little thing for her. Or I feel like they do anyways.
I think that they do. Yeah. All right. So they're getting ready
with her as well.
Yeah. So here we go. We've got a spotlight on the characters that we want to know about. They're all here, and here she comes rolling in with the thing. Now, you think that if they do a movie, are they going to have the roller skates?
They would have to at some point. They would have to at least like have her like at a skating rink for half a second or something in the skates.
Yeah,
just
for sure. I have another question.
But this is her first official performance on stage.
Yeah, so, with the full Dazzler outfit.
Yep, at the numero uno.
Enchantress is not happy.
She shows up backstage, and she puts, this is really creepy. She puts this, so Enchantress uses magic, of course. Yes.
And so she makes Dazzlers like get so old, and it's like it's pretty creepy. Like, I mean, it's not even aging. It's more like it's like withering away.
Mm-hmm. They say rapidly aging, but yeah, she is like withering or like melting, almost like a candlestick.
Yeah, and just like the skin and everything. And then this is a friggin' great page right here.
It's a beautiful, that's beautiful. I love the way that she uses the disco ball to enhance her power.
Yes.
Right there.
Oh, that is awesome. Enchantress like, whoa, what the heck? Yep. So this is a great page. It'd be great to have an original page out of this one. That'd be sick.
Yes, it really would.
Now we've got the bathroom. Okay. They managed to throw a little bit of comedy in here because it is a Dazzler comic and it should be fun too. I like when there's fun. Remember when comics were just fun sometimes and there was like some fun stuff going.
Yeah, man.
They're all in the bathroom
making wisecracks. Yeah, of course. I love it.
They're all in the bathroom changing. Like, okay, I gotta get my superhero stuff. I love it. It's like,
can you imagine the Thing trying to change in that little stall?
Man, I can barely fit in some of these stalls.
I know.
I mean, this is hilarious. This is like at a Comic-Con. This is like the guy at the Comic-Con getting the cosplay. Oh, I gotta fix up my cosplay. It's like getting
in a big rhino outfit.
Big rhino outfit. Yeah, exactly. Ethan, what's going on? Question. You got okay. Ethan, do I like? Of course, I love Xena. Everybody loves Xena. There's not one person that doesn't love Xena. Everyone loves Xena, or they haven't seen it yet, which is possible. So Spider-Man changes out here, which is great. Okay,
Yeah,
so
because he's the first one I think to notice. Well, no, all the X-Men, they all were in the crowd, so they saw
yeah,
Enchantress at this point. They know what's going on, so they're all coming to Dazzler's aid at this point.
yeah. I like too that. I mean, Dazzler still holds her own. We're gonna talk about the next two after this, which are big issues.
Yeah, but you get your first real display of the power that Dazzler truly has in this issue.
Yeah.
To hold your own against Enchantress. Yeah.
So she raises these guys. These guys are just nightmares here.
Yeah, demons of hers.
And like, I love it. Hawkeye. Come on, man! You could use the sharp one on these guys. Like, what's the suction cup one gonna do? Hawkeye's I got a Hawkeye tattoo right here. Love Hawkeye, but dude, come on, help me out here. You use the sharp one on the like. They're demons. You don't use the suction cup guy or whatever.
I can't imagine the arrow's going to do very much.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right, so the heavy hitters are occupied with these demon characters.
Yep.
So that's going to leave. So this is just a brawl. More brawl.
Yeah, you're getting just Beast, the Thing, Captain America, Nightcrawler. They're all just brawling it out. Kitty Pryde, I think, is in there somewhere. Wolverine. They're all.
This is John Romita Jr. Bobby. Yep.
This is good. An example of good work from Romita.
This is all good. Yeah, this is all good here. So we got it's just a massive brawl.
Angel's fighting it out. Storm. Human Torch. Human Torch is kind of douchey in this series.
Yeah, Human Torch. Yeah. I used to at least use the box. I know. Hawkeye, come on, buddy, help me out here. Come on. All right. There's not a lot to unravel on this one. This is just a brawl issue. Now it continues on the next page. Hold on a second. And I gotta close all this crap. Okay. So this is great. Kitty going through here, and then this guy bonks his head.
Yep. Wolverine. He's like happy. He's like, yeah, I got this. Is gonna be fun. He was probably thinking this concert was gonna be dull. Yeah.
Now he's like, oh yeah, here we go.
A little bit of action, so he's there for it.
Excellent. While the fools waste themselves against my unthinking underlings, the dimensional rift nears completion. I can't do Clobby. Clobby usually will do the voices. He'll read out panels and he'll do the female voices or the evil voice. I can't do it, so I can't do the voices. But anyway, so it's like, oh, I'm opening up the evil dimension. I don't know how Enchantress would talk. Here comes Human Torch. Here comes Aurora.
She would have an Asgardian accent.
But I don't know. Like, so it's like a Viking. It's like I don't think I can do it.
I guess so.
So that he did the arrow. Hey, there you go, buddy. Hey, who's saying the arrow's not going to do something? Come on, there you go.
He did get a little action there,
right? And then Iron Man just nailed the crap out of this guy.
Yeah.
My debute's ruined. The club's getting demolished and people are hurting. Oh, I can't do Dazzler's voice. That's terrible.
Yeah. So her first performance. Everybody's headed for the exits right now. The whole crowd, they're all gone. They've hit the exits. All that's left are the heroes battling it out, and she's a little depressed right now because she feels like her big shot was ruined. So she's kind of bummed.
Oh, here comes the big hand of the demon here, and you're like, holy crap! So now this is the Goku spirit bomb charge. Like it's not going to take 4 issues to charge it, but she's going to love Dragon Ball Z. Stop it! I love it. I own everything. I love it. There's just a lot of filler, but that's okay. Not in the manga. The manga doesn't have any filler. Okay. So she's charging up here for a big one. This guy is crazy. This is badass.
Huge demon.
You got to think too. Let's just take a segue for a second. You got to think Allison Blair. Look, this isn't the Avengers that are used by this point. Avengers are a super established team. They have fought massive battles, crazy shit. Fantastic Four. We got with it. You know, they've seen Galactus, right? They've seen, like, you know, people have fought Kang, Ultron. This is Alison Blair. She is not like she is not a seasoned hero. She's not used to this level of conflict. So what got me pumped up in these issues, again, reading them now, is just remembering that, wow, she's still just, she's not a regular person, but like, really, I mean, she's not like, this is, again, if this is Thor, then yeah, Thor's gonna take this thing out. But this is just a girl. She's just a singer, right? And she's pretty brave. They really made her very brave in this comic.
And she is still, she doesn't know her true ability. She's still learning a lot of it. So she mentions wishing that she would have trained more with the X-Men, and so that she would be better prepared for something like this. So, but yeah, she's coming into her powers and kind of learning a little bit.
Yeah, and I think it's good for a solo series because we're kind of learning with her.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a unique. It's not unique to Marvel because they've done this so many times with characters. This is one of the reasons why Marvel is big. Like, my top 5 favorite characters are DC characters, but after my top 5 characters, the rest of them are all Marvel characters. So it's like, I love Superman, Batman, Robin, Wonder Woman, Supergirl. Kind of, those are my favorites. And then it's like Cyclops, Daredevil, you know, Spidey, Hulk, right? And then we get into all, you know, Dazzler's there, Jean Grey's in there.
Yeah.
Namor, Punisher, like, gosh, Wolverine, Thing. Like, you know, after that, it's like the next, like, after my top 5, the next, like, 15 favorite heroes are all Marvel. And then we might get into like Aquaman and Flash and, you know, some of those guys. Yep. But the thing with Marvel is that they were able to do this where it's like you're getting a lot of stuff. I think this was 50 cents. For 50 cents, you're getting a lot. You're getting character development. You're getting personal problems. You're also getting a fight. They're not skimping on the battle here.
Oh yeah, a lot of action in this issue. Another demonstration. I like the way that they did her powers right there to show her abilities again. That's pretty cool.
Disco does save the day. You see,
I wanted to mention something. She references, like, I always kind of thought that she was going to be listening to disco and stuff. I just assumed that. But there are so many references. She always references Pink Floyd. So she's actually a big Pink Floyd fan. Yeah. So she would be listening to Pink Floyd probably.
Yeah. And I went and listened to some Pink Floyd right after. They mentioned, I forgot what issue they mentioned it. I'm like, oh yeah, Pink Floyd, let me throw that up on the player. I'll go. Ooh, sorry. Okay. Let me just take a drink here. Hold on a second.
Yeah, man.
It's water, people. Don't worry. Okay. So she gives it her all here. Super light blast, all the colors.
Yeah, huge blast.
And Enchantress is like, no.
It's just enough to make her retreat.
Yeah. And she's like, I'll be back, Dazzler. I'll get you and your little dog too. No, she doesn't say that. She doesn't say that.
Kind of, sort of.
Sort of. They vanished. Well, thanks, Wasp. What were you doing? I don't think you did anything here, Wasp. Go back to the quantum realm. What do you do? You didn't do anything yet. I don't know. I'm sure she was here doing something. I like Wasp. She's okay.
Then you go back to Dazzler being really bummed, you know, that her big shot was ruined. But then you got this record executive guy here who gives her a card. It gives her a business card.
Yep. Harry Osgood. Now I predict nothing will happen with Harry Osgood. No, I'm just Who will he do anything? No, I will never see him again. Maybe not. This guy gives the card.
She gets the card, so it's not all a complete loss. And then she leaves with the team on the Avenger jet.
Yeah, and Captain America was so upset that he wiped off his star on his chest.
Yeah,
I'm just joking. It's just an error. So on my channel, whenever I see an error like that, I always look. I love the art here. I love these classic comics.
Yeah,
I like. Look, they're dear to my heart. But I do like to poke fun when they make fun of I love when there's like a color error or something. Like, his A will be red or something weird. I'm like, what? So
well, the fun thing with this particular series is all the lingo. You get the 70s slang and early 80s slang. It's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. All right, so there's Beast.
Yep. Of course, he's got to jump in there any chance he can get because he has a thing for Allison.
Yeah. So she's supposed to meet Harry. And the secretary, as typical secretaries of that time, for celebrities, are like, no, you can't see him. He's busy. He's not here. He's getting his
you have an
waxed.
appointment. You are not going to see him today.
Oh no, CC man, come on, no.
But Beast, we can't. Beast is able to come in and distract. The lady gets so distracted by seeing a big blue furry creature that Dazzler is able to slip past her.
Yeah. So
sorry, man, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you didn't. No. Talk, because I can't see you all the time. I can't see you when I'm scrolling.
I was just trying to lay it out. That's Beast is causing a distraction so Allison can get back to see the record guy.
Yeah. What was his name again? Harry? Was it Harry Osgood?
Harry. Yeah, Harry Osgood. Something like that.
All right. She's going to sneak in now. Here's his office. Several couches.
So she makes it back there to the dirty looking record executive.
Yeah, this guy, that's why Klaus was saying she's got to work for it. Oh, dude.
Yep.
Get her to play in. No.
That's kind of where it could have went. It could have went that way. I'm glad
not with these fellows out here.
Yeah, you got those, because basically he's like, what the heck? Why did you barge in back here? No, I'm not going to give you a chance. And it's not going to give her a chance. And then, as you can see, the Avengers basically extort this guy into giving her an audition, more or less, in my opinion.
That is true. This is
he doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah, he kind of had to.
So he gives her an audition, and she auditions, blows him away, obviously, because she's Dazzler. So he was dazzled, and she gets a record deal.
Yep. And everyone's like, yay, we did it.
Yay, extortion.
And then, okay, so imagine you're reading this in that time. So try to forget what you know. You're reading this and you're like, takes on Dr. Doom. You're like, what the hell?
What?
You're like, what? Okay, so there's like a 0% chance you're not buying the next issue. You're like, well, shit, I got to get the next one.
Well, I always liked the character. I thought she was cool as a kid. That is the cool last page on that, by the way. But I always thought that she was cool as a kid. I just never really got into her. So when I came back to comics and I got into the character, shit, dude, I just went blank. I don't even remember where I was going. Never. Oh yeah, I thought it was crazy looking at some of the covers and seeing like, whoa, she takes on Dr. Doom, or whoa, she takes on Galactus. Like, what is going to go on in this issue? And so yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
They're hitting you hard with all of the big heavy players and stuff. Hulk comes up, yeah.
Yep.
And I think now again, we're not sure. Is that maybe they wanted to have some more. They wanted to have some more they needed more confidence in the character or something like that, or they wanted to push the character. So it's like, let's give her some big guys to get people on board.
They're going to really show you what she's capable of. They really want to build this character up and take her from being sort of a joke character and show you that she's serious. She has a serious power set here.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. They got nothing better to do. That's hilarious. Come on, guys, do something. Enter Doom.
Yep.
Another great page here. So
that's an awesome
where's
first page.
Yep. So we got
dialogue heavy as the last issue.
No. Tom DeFalco again, writer, and John Romita Jr. and A. Kupperberg pencilers. So there you go. This is crazy. It's a good. She looks really good here. I like the face.
She does. She really does. Couldn't you see? I could actually kind of see Taylor Swift a little bit right there. A little bit.
Taylor Swift, does she have bangs, right? Or no? Does she have bangs?
I think
so. She'd have to. I think she would change up her hair to be more like this, or would they have her with the bangs?
I don't know, man. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I'd have to listen to some. I don't know if she. I guess if you're doing Dazzler, would you want an actress to learn to sing a little bit, or would you want a singer to learn to act? It's the martial arts question. Like when you're
Yeah,
doing blood sport, do you want an actor to learn some martial arts, or do you want like Van Damme, who's a martial artist, to just, it's a
yeah,
weird, I don't know what like, it's different nowadays. In the old movie days, it was like you'd get, a big guy. Oh, Conan. You want Schwarzenegger, a big, huge, muscular guy, and Conan doesn't talk that much. He can say his lines and that's it, right?
yeah.
But this is a weird one because Dazzler needs to be equally good at singing as she needs to be as in acting, because there's a lot of drama with Dazzler. So I don't know if Taylor, I don't know if Taylor could pull that
I
off.
don't know if she could acting wise. She has the voice. I'll give that to her. I don't like her music. She is annoying to me.
Me
But
too.
but I do think that she is a good singer. I do think that she does have talent, and if she has the acting chops, I think that she would be good for the character. Even though I don't personally like her, I think that it would be good for the character. So
Oh, we would have tons of shirts, Funko Pops,
yeah,
mugs,
yeah,
glasses. There'd be like lunch boxes, there'd be Dazzler stuff. Like you'd have to start up a little fund of like a Dazzler fund to
right.
because
Where
there'd be
like
tons of merch.
like with me and you collecting these last couple of years with this Dazzler stuff, there's not a whole lot of it. There's a few action figures. There's the two that you showed, and then a couple more. Um,
Yeah,
and there's just not a whole lot of Dazzler stuff out there.
I've
But there
got
will
this little
be.
guy,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've never
the,
seen that before.
the little
Um,
minis or whatever.
that's neat. But
Came
yeah,
it came with a long shot.
there's just not a whole lot of Dazzler merch out there, but there would be if Taylor Swift played the
There
character.
was this random book that I just picked up too.
I want that. Yeah, I saw that. I'm gonna get that.
So the author is on the Facebook group, and she messaged me saying, "Oh, I hope you enjoyed the book."
Nice. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
so because I was like, because I saw in the Dazzler group, I was like, oh, I was like, I didn't even know about this.
Yeah,
The
I
only
want to
reason I
check
even
that
searched
out.
because we talked about doing this, and I thought, let me go on Amazon, see if there's anything out that I may be missing. And then this came up. It's cheap, it's available, and I'm like, oh, I'll just order it. And I posted it on the group, and the author mentioned, like, said, hey, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the book, and that's the author. I was like, oh shit. So she.
Cool.
It's good that the author of the Dazzler book is in the Dazzler Facebook group. That makes me think that she actually cares about the character, and she's just not writing a book just to write it.
Yeah. She wants to hear some genuine feedback too, I'm sure.
Oh, Lady Gaga. She might be too old though. How old is Lady
Gaga.
Gaga?
Okay. Maybe. I don't see as far as appearance wise, I don't see it as much
There is
as
that.
Taylor. I mean, Taylor
I,
she does fit the mold pretty well, looks wise.
I'm just checking out Lady Gaga's age. 37. Oh, hey,
Well,
she's
Taylor's in her 30s, in mid 30s.
yeah. So maybe I saw Lady Gaga in concert, and even though I just said I'm an Iron Maiden guy, my wife and I kind of liked Lady Gaga, and it was something that we could both go to together.
Okay.
And it was the damn best show I've ever seen. Like it was insane.
Nice.
So I'll give Lady Gaga that credit big time. Like, and I'm thinking,
She
oh
put on a
yeah,
good
because I
show.
saw Kiss. Like I saw Kiss in the day. Like I was like, these are big shows, right? It's like Iron Maiden's got Eddie comes out. He's like a huge guy. I'm like, this is gonna be off. And then I watched Lady Gaga. I was like, oh shit,
Just a
like
good performance.
wow, like it's
Cool.
yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, all right, let's get on. Let's finish these last two up. All right, got the FF here doing their thing.
Yeah.
Dazzler comes in. Of course, Ben and Johnny have to have their little
You know,
cutesy stuff.
and with yeah, you got that going on. And you got a little bit more of Dazzler kind of struggling with thoughts of wanting to be a singer and not a superhero. But
Right.
she's being tested right now, actually, at the FF headquarters.
Yeah. And the Jewels of Doom.
Yeah, they start
Uh-oh.
talking about these jewels that were taken from Doctor Doom that are going to be on display at a UN headquarters, and they suspect that it's going to be a dangerous situation because Doctor Doom's going to want this. So Yeah,
Yep.
they suspect some danger. Just so happens, Dazzler has a show at a charity benefit at the UN headquarters. What a
What?
coincidence! What a
What?
coincidence!
Wow, that is a
So,
coincidence.
I mean,
Well, I mean, look, it's a comic, so we have to accept these things. That's the buy-in. You know, there's going to be, of course, it's next to where Shirkan's is. The Merlin stone is what Doctor Doom is really after. I
yes,
want to talk about this guy here, Lance. This guy's totally jokey. I love that he's like this big beef. He's a meathead. He's like a meathead
definitely a
guy, and
meathead.
yeah, he's a meathead. And I love he's wearing like a shirt with a heart on it, which is totally goofy. We'll see it soon, and it's totally hilarious. Um, but she comes back to visit her dad, and you think, oh, this will be. Well, you think it's going to be, well, maybe her
Hopefully
dad's
a good reunion. Yeah,
yeah,
hopefully.
yeah, he's not having it.
Yeah, he really struggles with the fact that she wants to be a singer. He has such an issue. He wants her to be a lawyer. And
Right.
so
There was no YouTube back then, so he didn't know that just one YouTube hit can make you a star.
right. Yeah. He doesn't see, like any normal parent, he doesn't see being a singer as a serious career path. But he's so much so he ruins his relationship with his daughter. So
Yeah. I mean, come on, that's really going too far. But all right, back at Doctor Doom's headquarters.
dum, dum, dum.
Dun, dun, dun. How does Doctor Doom eat with no, okay, anyways. He's Doctor Doom doesn't eat, sleep, he just creates potions all day. It's like, oh, the Merlin stone.
I want those.
You have done well, and I will reward you beyond your worth. You may live and continue to serve me.
Yeah, he has big plans for those stones. He needs those Merlin stones. He feels like if he can get two of them, because there's a bunch of these stones, but he feels like if he can get the first two, that those two will lead him to the rest.
Yes. I don't know if anyone saw the Phantom movie with Billy Zane in the 90s, which I love. That's where they got to find the skulls of Uganda, and when you put the two skulls together, it points the way to the next skull.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the UN.
Yeah.
Look at these characters here. Whoa. Oh, there's our buddy Lance with his heart shirt. Come on.
You got these is that who was the crew? I can't remember who the crew is. Is that who Doom sent to retrieve the stones in disguise?
I think so. Yes.
That's who the guys in the car are.
Or I think it was the other guy that wanted the one. I can't remember who wanted it now.
The representative of Latveria, the guy that's currently over Latveria, sends these guys in disguise as punk rockers to get the stones before Doom can.
And what shooter sing? I think August Ranger Taylor at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't know. Cast an actress with the right look and then have the singing be dubbed. I mean, they do that in Bollywood all the time.
Yeah,
that's a Bollywood thing.
Yeah, I mean, if they did it well, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, and they could do it well. Yeah, well, they want Taylor because that's going to bring in
the fan base, man.
Fans,
oh my god, yeah.
Like,
you can't go anywhere and not see. I don't want to see her, and I still have to see her everywhere. So
I know.
I mean,
well,
she's there.
I used to own an escape room. I owned an escape room for 5 years. It was my own business, and one of the girls that worked, one of the girls that I hired, she loved Taylor Swift. She knew everything about her. And then I would make fun of Taylor Swift. I don't even know. I don't even care. I don't care what anyone likes. It doesn't. But just to make
for us, it's not stuff that me and you could relate to. It's not for us.
It's not for us.
Yeah.
But I would make fun of her all the time anyways, just to like make, I was like the best boss, but I'd make fun of my employees all the time, but they knew it was just for fun.
Of course.
This guy's shirt, I'm definitely buying this shirt. Skin tight shirt with a heart on it. I got to get me one of these here.
In classic comics, I feel like they said it best. Definite Andrew Dice Clay vibes from Lance.
Yes. Oh, I love Andrew Dice Clay. Adventures of Ford Fairlane was like, I watched that movie like a million times. So, all right, he comes in. He's her protector, I suppose, even though he doesn't really do jack shit. He runs away mostly.
Yep.
There's a Captain America fan right there.
But yeah, he I guess he works for the label. Yeah, he works
Yeah.
for the label. Yeah.
Yeah. So there he is. Like, I mean, what the heck? It reminds me a little bit of James Caan.
He's like, it's showtime, Dazzler. You gotta get your shit on and get out on the stage. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Basically,
Joe Dog, channel member. What is going on, brother? Thanks for popping in.
What's up?
Love
Joe?
your Valkyrie and Hulk, your Defenders
Ooh,
icon there.
Hell yeah.
I was trying to complete that run, then I gave up. I'm like, it's not happening. It was
that
too
would
big.
Be a much harder run to complete than Dazzler.
Yeah. I completed Punisher War Journal, and I completed Doctor Strange Volume 2,
wow,
which had 80 issues.
Hey, that's awesome.
That's pretty, yeah. And that's Doctor Strange #1. So I have Doctor Strange #1 signed actually by the artist whose name escapes me at the moment. But that was pretty good. Anyway.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so she's getting ready. Skates out. We got a brawl going on here. They're trying to steal the stones. Dazzler gets right into the action. Again, Dazzler's not a hero, but she does have to, she does want to show, take these guys out. Just like a massive light show here. And there's our buddy. This is Harry Osgood, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
They got the band on stage ready to go.
Whoa, everyone's cheering. And meanwhile, she's fighting these guys. Light to the face. Skate. This is all good. Some more light show. Skating around.
Yep, but so far you've only seen her go against Enchantress and just random thugs. It's mainly just been random thugs, other than with Enchantress.
Manny, the Hobgoblin Collector. What's going on here? I think I haven't seen you in the chat before. Thank you so much for popping in. We appreciate it.
Manny's
Ethan,
awesome. He's a cool dude.
No, I don't know Monster Jam, Monster Trucks. I don't know any of that stuff. Zero. I have zero knowledge of that. That's one thing I don't know. I do not know about.
Manny is actually the Hobgoblin expert.
Is he?
Yeah. If you ever do anything on Hobgoblin, that's your man.
Nice. Yeah, I like Hobgoblin. I haven't. Gosh, man, I don't think they're never gonna put that guy. I wonder if they're ever gonna put that guy in a movie or something. Are they?
God, man, they should.
Because they have Green Goblin a few times. They can't seem.
He's just such an amazing villain. I love Hobgoblin.
He is cool.
A really cool villain.
I liked him in. I liked him in the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I know some people don't like Todd McFarlane Spider-Man, but I love it. I don't care.
I love it.
I was there for that.
Me
I think
too.
Spider-Man 319, 318, 319 is where I was heavy into Spider. So just after, of course, 300, duh. But I was picking up 300s right off the rack. Like that's when I was collecting Spider-Man. That was Todd McFarlane. I think that was all Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, man. And that was probably around the time that I was collecting first as well.
So, yeah, he's like my guy. Okay. So yeah, more fighting. Again, this one's way more actiony than the last one. And then she gets nailed, and oh my god, it's Doctor. This is actually awesome. Oh
yeah, like this blast hits her. She feels this blast hit her, and she's like, "Damn, what the heck was that?" And she turns around, and like imagine like feeling something sting you, like you got tased, and turning around and seeing Doctor Doom just standing there like crazy like that.
Yeah, holy crap!
I would probably crap my pants.
Yep. And here's this dude doing nothing, of course. Meanwhile, they're like, what's going on here? Like, is Dazzler coming out? Or is
you got to get on stage, man. We got the band up there. The crowd's ready to see the show. You got Peter Parker in the crowd. You got Johnny right there, Johnny Storm in the crowd, ready to. He's talking about, oh, I'm going to take her out. He's kind of being douchey right there. That's Human Torch sort of being a douche, talking about, I'm going to hook up with her after the show and take her out. And
yeah,
it's a little bit douchey.
Yeah. He did a video of the McFarlane shoes as a metaphor for child abuse. Yes.
I have that.
It was definitely a darker take.
The issue that he did, the child abuse issue.
I had all of it. I think I ended up selling it. selling all of those, but then I kept number one. I had a few number ones. I was thinking about re-grabbing those. They're not expensive. Like I've got number one, so that's it. But the rest of them are not that expensive. So I was thinking of re-grabbing them because I collected up to about 20 or something. And then no, that's a lie. I collected up to 40. I went 1 to 40 on that comic.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's a pretty
And then
good
I did a thing where I was selling off a lot of comics.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? These can go. But then now you're kind of like, oh, I wish I kind of kept those.
Yeah, I did that with X Factor. I had most of the X Factor run and I sold it off. And now I have the big keys for it and wish I still had them.
Yeah, I've got the first Archangel. I got X Factor 1. I've got a few X Factors because I did like X Factor, but then I think I've only got a few of those. One of my favorite issues.
I have the big keys from the run, but that's all I have.
Yeah, that's all you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. All right, so he picks Dazzler up, and she's like, so these guys weren't with Dr. Doom. He wants the jewel for himself. He kind of explains the Merlin stone. There's Merlin.
Yeah, and he's also explains like, I don't have a problem with you. You're not an enemy to me. He doesn't see her as a threat right this second. So he's not really trying to harm her right this second.
No. So yeah, there's the Merlin stone. I want the Merlin stone. And then she's like, no, I won't let you. An overpowering flash of blinding intensity. So you are far more than what you appear.
Yep. Now he's mad. Right. He wasn't trying to pick her out, but now he don't care. So yeah, they're running around.
They're blasting. He's making her dance.
Yeah.
She skates towards him. Drop kick. This is a great panel. That is a great panel. Drop kick there.
Stuns him for a second, but
it's Dr. Doom. You're not going to really,
I was
so she's doing what she can.
She was able to even knock him down like that. But
I think he's just kind of not even considering her or anything, but now he's getting pissed.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like how he kind of touches the ground and then nails her that way.
Yeah, that is cool. That's
knocks her out, grabs a stone, jumps on his bike. Boom.
And he takes her with him because he decides that he needs to retrieve the next stone. It's somewhere that he would rather not go, so he's basically going to send her as his goon. So he kidnaps her.
This next issue, this will be the last one of the night. This was freaking awesome. Issue 4 is the damn best. It's so really bloody cool.
When you were talking about doing this, I definitely when you first mentioned it, I think it was 1 through 3, but I'm glad you added the 4th issue.
So what happened with that is I usually do 3 issues. But there's usually 3 or 4 of us doing this. And I find that if there's 3 people doing it, I usually do 2-hour streams. And if there's 3 people, you can't get to the 4th issue because there's so many of us discussing. I thought, well, it's just you and I. And I was thinking this issue has a lot of fighting. There's not really a lot to talk about. Mm-hmm. And I thought we could probably do 4. So we got to do 4 because Dr. Doom continues in it and it's just so good.
Yeah. You want to know what happens next. I mean, to stop right now would
be killer. Yeah.
Yeah. We got to go on and find out what happens.
Night at the Museum. I saw Night at the Museum Part 1 and I watched it once and it was fine. I'm a movie guy. I think we're different ages, Ethan. I'm it's newer movie. Like some of these movies are okay, but I usually like older movies, or if it's something new, it has to be like Oppenheimer or something like that. Or Godzilla -1, which is friggin' 10 out of 10.
What year were you born, Ethan? Let us know in the comments.
Let us know if you're not shy to tell us.
Yeah, man. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. I'm just curious.
MCU villain. Oh, I mean, Dr. Doom is the villain of the MCU. MCU. He's the villain of Marvel. He's he's a Fantastic Four villain with a star, a little asterisk, because he can really fight anybody. Anyone can have a beef with him. This cover is freaking awesome.
It is cool. And it's another one like you were talking about. It shows you
this is happening.
It shows you what's going to go down.
Yeah, this is gonna happen in this comic when you read this. Oh shit, I gotta read this one.
Yep.
That's why I love these kinds of covers, man. Okay,
Everything on the
so
cover you get on the interior.
yep. Nightmares. Oh my god. Okay. So so recap a bit here. He's Doom's got his little robots.
Yep.
This guy looks like a character I designed called Scavenger, which I then redesigned, which was my second book of short stories that I published. The link is in the chat, or the link is in the description. My second book that I published with my characters, Morn, and he was purple and yellow, but he looked like this originally. And then I completely revamped the character and made him purple skinned, and gave him like a yellow outfit as opposed to more armored look. But it's just weird when I saw this. I was like, oh my god, I wonder if I subconsciously thought that when I designed the first iteration of that character. But anyway,
Possibly.
Interesting. Possibly. All right, so Dazzler wakes up.
Yep. Too.
Just a quick. This is typical of classic comics. They have to give you a quick recap. Just so we know what's going on.
Yep. And because like a lot of kids, like I didn't pick up every consecutive issue back in the day. I picked up random issues and would pick up where I could. So
right. And also too, I got a lot of stuff. Going to the comic shop was a very big event when I was younger. I bought my comics at newsstands. I bought them at convenience stores a lot, had them, and little mini shops and stuff like.
I miss that, man. I miss being able to buy comic books at a grocery store.
Yeah,
off a spinner rack.
I think that may have been because you could still buy Archie. I go grocery shopping. I do the grocery shopping, and there's Archie's still there.
Yep, you can.
So I kind of wish that they'd have some there. But okay, so Doctor Doom's going to send her to the friggin' like what, dark dimension or something
this
here,
dimension to retrieve this stone that he doesn't want to go get himself.
What a bastard!
So
what a stinking bastard! He sends a girl to.
Choice. She doesn't know what she's doing though. He just kind of sends her.
Yeah. He doesn't give her a choice.
Yeah,
he just puts her in this capsule and presses the thing and
sends her off.
Meanwhile, this is the uninteresting part. They're just getting these guys together, and it's like, what's going on here? My damn show. What's going on? Lance, why didn't you do shit? You didn't do shit. Oh, sorry, boss. I was in the toilet. I could. It's like, Lance, you bastard.
He swoops in. He shows up again because he's just I feel like he's got a thing for Allison as well.
It's like, damn it, I gotta rescue Allison. Then I gotta go on a date with her. And then here's the father sitting in the darkness.
Yeah, just being bitter.
Yeah, man, come on, buddy. Well, he doesn't come to a good end in the end of all of this. But anyways,
right. Yeah.
Spoilers. We won't say anything. All right. I thought this was a great panel here. I wish they didn't have this part. I wish this was like a full picture. I don't know if you can see my mouse moving. I wish this was like a full page because her getting sucked into this thing looks so cool. It's like whoosh, like you can really feel that she's being like transported. Like,
yeah, they did a really good job of showing that. And she doesn't know what's going on, obviously. All she sees are like these little paths. So she's going to try to land on one of the paths and see if they will support her weight, because she doesn't know what else to do at this point. She doesn't know where she is.
And being a Doctor Strange guy, I was like, oh shit, I think I know what's going on here. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, man. You start to slowly figure out where she's at. You'll find out, guys, here in a second, who else she'll encounter. But
look at how awesome this is. I like something with Doctor Strange, that run that I completed. It's almost for the art. Like, I mean, the stories are good, but like the art and it's just so killer. And this brought me back with like all these great, like weird things. Like, can you imagine? This is why everyone's disappointed with the MCU. The stories aren't very good. We know that. But what's disappointing is that they're not taking their time to show these amazing realms. Like, can you imagine Dazzler in this realm shooting her light powers against the person we're going to see shortly?
Oh man. Like It'd be
I,
amazing.
I, yeah, I need to be transported. Like the Winter Soldier told a very good story that was very exciting, and it was filled with a lot of action and suspense.
Yeah.
If you can't do that's a Captain America story. If you're
Yep.
going to do some of these other characters that are more fantastical, lean into it. Like make it crazy, like make it like amazing and stay there. The secret, you know what the secret of Star Wars is? The original trilogy, there
What's
was
that?
only a few locations and important things happened. So
Okay.
if you don't know anything, if
Hmm.
you don't remember names, like if you just say, "Oh, remember that Star Wars movie? What was that one? Oh, that was with the ice planet. Oh, I remember the ice planet. Oh yeah, and the swamp. Oh, and the city in the clouds. Yeah, I remember that movie." They don't
Hmm.
know. They're not going to say Dagobah. They're not going to say Hoth, right? Like it's like they're not going to say Bespin. Like they don't know the names, but you know, oh yeah, the ice planet one,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
The problem later on in the later things is like you don't know where they were anymore because the locations look cool, but nothing of importance happened there, right? So you remember, oh, Luke trained with Yoda, and he couldn't lift the ship out of the swamp, and then he saw the vision of Vader. Like important things happen there, so you remember that location, and he's there for a long time. Like he's there for what, like 20 minutes or something of screen time or whatever it is. I don't know, but and the ice planet, they're there for a long time and important things happen and it gets ingrained into your mind. Like
Makes
think of
sense.
think of the sequels. I don't remember shit. Like where I don't remember any of the places they went because they went there like nothing happened. They just walked around and you're like, I don't okay, what like but in these comics, you're like a lot. This entire issue now is going to be her in this realm, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit, and then you're going to remember. Oh yeah, remember that. You might not remember the number, like you might not remember it was issue 4 of 19, right? But you'll be like, yeah. Remember when she was trapped and she had to fight that guy in that realm? That was sick, right? Like,
Yeah. Because it gets really cool.
yeah, this is badass. Okay, so now remember, she needs. This is one thing that we will remind everybody too. She needs sound. She needs
Yeah.
sound for her powers to work. This is one of the unique things about Dazzler.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is
Really
always
cool.
Spider-Man,
Hmm.
right? Now Iron Man needs his suit, granted. But Dazzler has her innate abilities, but they're triggered when she can absorb the sound. Um,
Yes.
this
So
was great. Now, this would not be a problem today with our iPhones and stuff,
right.
or
She's
mobiles,
got a
but
Walkman though. I think she has a Walkman
she
and
has a
she's
Walkman.
trying to
Um,
get that to play so she can convert the sound
yep.
to energy blasts. But it's not playing because she's in this dimension.
Yeah.
So
Whoops. What happened to my FM radio station?
yeah, why am I not getting FM signal in this dimension?
It's
And then
like,
she
whoops.
slowly has these green demons creeping up on her.
Yeah. Look at these weird guys here coming up. And
Just,
then they're all over her.
yep, just totally all over her, and she can't do anything about it currently because she can't get that Walkman to play.
Yeah, and then Doctor Doom in his a-holeness, he's like, "Well, I guess you suck, Dazzler. So there you go. What a
Yep,
bastard."
she's dead. We'll cut our ties and move on.
Yeah, click.
Get the stone somehow.
Yeah,
Send
I'll figure.
somebody else, another minion.
Yeah, send someone else in. He's like, "Never send a woman to do a man's job."
Right? Yeah.
and then he's canceled next day. Doctor Doom canceled for. Yeah. So
I
okay, so
forget. What happens right here is that the noise from the demons that she's able to use to
mhm.
do the blast right here. I forget what happens, but she's able to use some sort of noise.
Right, because this is part of the growth of the character.
Mhm.
She's thinking, oh, I transfer sound, and she likes songs because there's rhythm, there's beat, there's
So that's
motion
what
to the
she's
songs.
used to. Yeah.
She's used to. But remember, it's any sound. It's like
Yeah.
there's literally sounds happening.
Yeah. So
So
the demons are making sounds.
right, it's like, well, transfer that into energy.
Yep.
Um, that is so cool. See, it's like it shows that she now has to think outside the box. Like
She's learning.
she's
Yeah.
learning. So that was good. So then boom, she blasts out, but she's torn up to shreds here. She's beat up here, laying down dead.
Beat up pretty bad.
She is actually torn up.
And she
Now
starts
she's
seeing these like these delusions of like her father, and he's calling her all these bad names. And just imagine like seeing one of your parents just appear like 10 times over, just calling you all these horrible names, and like, what is going on? What's going on? And like you're wondering what in the hell.
So she blasts at that, and she's just totally beat up. She's trying to get out. Meanwhile, Human Torch is searching. We can skip by this. It's just more goofiness. Back to the realm here. So she's skating. Here comes like an anti version of her.
Yep.
This was the cover. This was on the cover. So there you go.
So this is about to go down.
Battling.
She's fighting against herself, basically.
Yep. So it's like a dark version. So it's like light versus dark. It's Cloak versus Dagger tonight on pay-per-view.
Which looks really cool. Like the negative version of her looks pretty cool.
This is badass, man. This is awesome. And just like, like you can just imagine this as a film. Like,
yeah, like that's an intense battle going down. There's a lot of energy being exchanged.
Yeah. And then she just goes like full blown. Just like disintegrates the crap out of her.
Gives it everything she has.
Oh no.
And yep, you find out where she's at because of who shows up.
I am Nightmare. You're like, oh shit.
So that explains seeing her dad and the nightmarish visions of her dad and stuff.
Yep. And I mean, this is the best. This issue is just like a must own. Actually, all four of these are really sick. So she's now fighting. Now she's fighting against Nightmare, for Christ's sakes. So now he's got the tentacles coming up after her, choking her out. I mean,
another like powerhouse villain, just a crazy entity.
Yeah, and like realistically, like I mean, like she's toast, right? Like Nightmare is gonna like he's like crazy powerful.
Yeah.
So she does get a little bit now. Again, it's darkness, so there is light. So she is a light based, character.
Yeah.
So she's able to do a little bit of kind of knocking him off his high horse.
Yeah. Literally.
And then and now there's like a whole bunch of them. I don't know. He's got the Norman Bates mom's haircut here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how he's drawn.
It's like he's got his Norman Bates. It's like mother. No, so
not my favorite depiction of Nightmare, but I love the way Dazzler's drawn though.
Yeah. So she's just shooting more light. He's like, enough.
Yeah, it gets him enough to where he just wants to get away from her.
Yeah, it's not like a defeat per se. It's more just like
a retreat.
Whatever. Like, okay, I don't care about the Merlin Stone then. Like, whatever, right?
Yeah, it's not of importance to me. Not enough to deal with all that. So take it.
Yeah, take it. So then she comes back. Doom picks up. Now he's got the 2 stones.
Yep. Got a pocket full of stones like Pimp C.
Yeah. He's got the 2 Shankara stones. He needs the rest. Sorry, Indiana Jones reference there. And so then he's like, well, I don't need you. You're trash, whatever.
Yeah.
And then these robots show up and she destroys them. Well, they destroy each other.
Yeah, she makes them destroy each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Doom's like, damn it. I spent 3 days building those guys. Like, what the hell?
Just annoyed.
He's annoyed. He's got his stones. Okay. And then she's standing up against him. More lights, knocks him back. And he's like, yeah, okay. But now she's tired. Like, this has been a massive battle for her.
Yeah, she's drained. And then Doom sees Human Torch show up and he's like, damn it, Fantastic Four, I ain't got time for this. I'm going to get out of here. And he basically takes off.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Her clothes got mended in a couple of these. They're torn again. So here they're mended and then they're torn again later. Yeah, see, now they're torn.
Self-healing disco outfit.
Yeah. She sees Human Torch and then he walks in. Now, wait, where did she destroy doesn't she destroy the stones? Oh, yeah, she destroys the stone here. That was
she does. She does manage to she does destroy the stones after all that. Yeah, she does.
She destroys the stones.
He fools his
And
plans.
yeah, and he's like, damn it. Oh, and then he
I'm
gets pissed off.
I'm really surprised after all that he just let her get away with that.
Yeah, well, like he sees Johnny Storm, and then he's like, "Oh crap, it's the Fantastic Four." He's like, "I'm out of here." He's like, "Well,
Yeah,
I don't have the stones anyways."
Yeah, he assumes where there's one, there's going to be four. So he's like, "Screw this! I'm not dealing with all of it." And of
Yeah.
course, you see the Human
Oh,
Torch.
Daz.
Yeah, playing the White Knight.
Yeah, I'm here to save you, Dazzler.
Yep.
Oh, I love you. Ooh, smooch, smooch. No, there's no smooching. That's it. Blue Shield in the next comic. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, man, that was fun. First four
So
issues.
that's the first 4 issues. Let's take a look at our poll here before we end off. So there's 21 votes in all. 48% say love her, and 38% say she's okay, and 14% say Disco is dead, but nobody said that they hate her, so I'm going to end the poll.
Nice.
That is the
Very
poll.
cool.
That's the end there. So Scott, what have you got going on? Let me. Now the link to your channel's in the description of this video. So if you're watching this later on, you can still get to it. This is your channel right now. So I think, judging by everyone that we've seen in the chat, I believe most of these people are subscribed to you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Just from we recognize most of the names there's a couple of people that I know that you don't know. So maybe
there's a lot of new names to me in this chat tonight.
Is there a lot of new names? Oh, okay, awesome. Well, make sure you guys are subscribed to Scott. He's got you got over 2,000, so that's great. So we should hopefully get a few more. Yeah. And so what do you got going on your channel?
Well, tomorrow I do my new comic book day routine, hanging out on Chris the Comic Vet's new comic book day. Show us what you got live stream. So if you guys want to come hang out with us over on the Comic Vets channel tomorrow afternoon, just a group of me, J-Man, we all just show up and show what we got. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow if you want to hang out. But I do Comic Book Addicts every Monday. That is the heart of my channel. That's what I'm passionate about doing is the live stream I do on Mondays. I'm part of this big group called the Monday Night Lineup, and it's Comic Book Addicts Between the Lines. Izzyverse NYC, he does his weekly pull list. You got 22 comics, Cupo Comics, a big crew of guys all doing comic book related live streams on Mondays. So mine's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Comic Book Addicts got a lot of really cool guests coming up, artists, writers, YouTube content creators, but it all revolves around comics. So nice. It's a good time. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time every Monday, y'all. Every Monday.
Cool. And yeah, Chris, the Comic Vet, I've known him for a bit now. So his link is in every video I do. So nice. I'm gonna add your channel link as well. I like to, if there's regulars, I like to put their channels. It's just in this. I put in the description of every video I do. I just have like friends of the channel, and then I just put everyone's link.
We got to do 5 through 8 now. We got to come back and do 5 through 8.
I was gonna say, so if you want to do 5 through 8, yeah, we can definitely set up something in the next little bit. I'm usually free like one Tuesday, usually 1 or 2 Tuesdays a month.
Yep.
Right. So if we want to do, 1 Tuesday a month, while, for maybe, next month we could do another Tuesday.
Cool.
And do the next few. Yeah. I play D&D and I'm the DM. So I play D&D on Tuesdays, but there's always 1 Tuesday a month where I don't play D&D.
Cool.
So that's today, and I'm playing next week. But yeah, we could do 5 through 8. I mean, I own them all, and we've got the digital copies too, so we can definitely go through all these.
We're good, man. Let's do it.
All right. Well, thank you guys to the chat. We appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah, man. Really cool chat tonight.
Awesome. And hopefully we'll see everybody. So tomorrow I'll be on Chris's stream in the beginning, depending on how long it goes. It's been going long because we're too comfortable with each other now. Now in the old days it'd be like, yeah, here's our comics, and it'd be done in 40 minutes. Now it's like we're all friends with each other now, so there's a lot of making fun.
Yeah,
right. So I may have to bow out early because I promised my buddy I'd be on his stream And then Thursday, I'm going to go see The Beekeeper with Jason Statham, so I'll post a review for that. Friday is Daredevil, Frank Miller. Guys, these issues are everyone says, oh, Frank Miller's Daredevil, it's so great. It is great. Why is it great? Find out by tuning into the stream and watch us go, just like we did tonight. We've been going through the Daredevils. It's absolutely unbelievable. I need to get all these issues. I have some of the key issues from his run. I really need to get the entire run of Frank Miller. It's bloody fantastic. So that's it, everybody. Thank you, chat. Thanks, Scott, for coming on. This is great. We'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.
See you guys.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.